Candlepin Stars and Strikes is brought to you by the Thompson family of dealerships in Nashua, New Hampshire, and by Tri-State Megabucks and the New Hampshire Lottery, helping New Hampshire schools one ticket at a time. WNDS Sports presents Candlepin Stars and Strikes, featuring the best candlepin bowlers from all over New England. And now, in our 18th season, here's your host for Candlepin Stars and Strikes, Dick Lutz and Mike Warren.
It's the semifinal round of the 2002 Tournament of Champions as we welcome you into another edition of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Dick Lutz with Mike Morin, and we are down to 3 still alive. We began with 6 in our Tournament of Champions. We're down to the final 3.
Very impressive last 2 weeks from Jeff Buggea, 428 and 400. He's bowled on television a total of 6 times. He'll take on a master of nearly 100 television performances in that of Tommy Olszta.
Let's meet our bowlers in the semifinal match for the right to take on top-seeded Mike Morgan for all the marbles next week. This week's match features our number 4 seed winner of a couple of matches, Jeff Buggea from Drake, Massachusetts.
Quickly becoming a fan favorite here at Leda Lanes. Average 122. High single 183, recently rolling his new personal best triple of 449 bowls at Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, Mass.
Jeff defeated Gary Santora in his first match, and last week he knocked off number 3 seed Joe Stella. This week he takes on the number 2 seed Tom Olszta.
Coming in with an average of 129. High single 209, high triple 504. Tom Olszta bowls at T-Bird Lanes in Auburn, Mass.
Tom from Sturbridge, Massachusetts, and he had great success in the Easter tournament held recently here at Leda Lanes as well. It's Jeff Buggea and Tom Olszta. Let's get to the semifinal match when we come back to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire for the Tournament of Champions on WNDS TV. Tournament of Champions with 6 of the finest candlepin bowlers in the world. We're down to 3. First week, Gary Santora defeated Tom Morgan. Then it was Jeff Buggea defeating Gary Santora. Last week, Buggea ousted Joe Stella, setting up this afternoon's match with Jeff Buggea taking on second-seeded Tom Olszta. We're ready to roll at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, and happy to have you with us for the Tournament of Champions on WNDS TV. Here's Jeff Buggea, the 20-year-older from Drake, Massachusetts. First ball off the head pin, but he got a pretty good break. He has been on fire the last couple of weeks. A 428 followed by a 400. Missed the head pin on that one, so he'll miss the spare. Jeff bowls out of Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill. He's been bowling for 10 of his 20 years. And he'll start with a 10 box.
And his opponent, Tom Olszta, has been a professional bowler longer than Jeff Buggea has been alive. We have lots of things to tell you about Tom Olszta, although you did see him just a few weeks ago when he made it into the Tournament of Champions.
Punched right through, took the 1 and the 5, and everything else is still there.
It's a spread eagle with the 8 and the 9 in the back.
That's going right through the middle. That's a field goal. You don't get 3 points for that one. And Jeff will get a pretty good out with an 8 box. And now we get our first look in the Tournament of Champions at the veteran Tom Olszta from Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Bowls out of the T-Bird Lanes in Auburn. He's 43 years old, started bowling when he was 2 in Oxford, where candlepin bowling used to be. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be real big stuff. Here's Olszta's first ball right in the head pin. I mentioned at the top of the show, Mike, that he had success in the Easter tournament here at Leda Lanes. He finished in the top 5, as I recall.
I want to say 3rd place, Dick, and
there's a spare for Tommy starting out.
I don't have the cards here, but he was at least in the top 5. This is actually only the 3rd time that Tom Olszta has been on WNDS Candlepin Stars and Strikes. He appeared in the first season where he lost to Gary Carrington, who eventually won the Tournament of Champions that year. Then, of course, you saw him on couple of weeks ago, he defeated the hot youngster from Dorchester, Danny Harris. I've been getting mail about Dan Harris. Folks took a liking to him.
He was fun to watch.
He was fun to watch, and was beaten by Tom Olszta, but not by that much.
Olszta will miss the spare. Tom Olszta has the record, of course, of 22 consecutive wins on the old Channel 5 show with Don Gillis, where the winner stayed on week after week after week. He was on for 22 consecutive weeks.
Well, he is the winningest male bowler on the WCBC. 17 wins and 1 tie. Of course,
Jeff, go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry, Joanne Rosano is the #1 bowler for women. In fact, she's got more titles now than Tommy Olszta does. Of course, they bowl in different divisions.
Jeff Buggea with an 8-pin drop. He still has to hit that head pin. The piece of wood is behind the head pin. I don't believe it's frozen to it. So the head pin here is key, and he missed it.
He tried to avoid capping the one piece of wood, which actually may have still left the 1 pin standing. The object pin, which was the 2, now he's just going to go for the sweep of the wood.
And he'll take a 9 box. Open through 3. Jeff is a sophomore at UMass Lowell. Hasn't yet declared his major. Last week at the end of the show, we got to meet his younger brother. And there's a strike for Jeff Buggea. Jeff brought his 5-month-old brother John up to accept the championship prize last week. As you watch the strike once again. Now here's Tom Olszta. Tom bowls with a look of confidence in every shot he throws. Is just he exudes that confidence. Great control over every shot.
Actually, we got a couple emails I've been collecting, Dick, regarding Tom Olszta from people who saw him on the show when he won the ladder just a couple of weeks ago. So we'll pull those out and share them with you.
Here's the 10 box. By the way, I mentioned the Easter tournament here at Leda Lanes. Bob Whitcomb was the winner of that tournament held on Easter Sunday, and the $5,000 first prize, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, it's a 20-string tournament, so it takes quite a bit of endurance. And what do we say he averaged? Somewhere a little over 130.
A little over 130, yeah.
So it's a big money tournament. If you ever want to come watch all the pros bowl in one place in one day, generally you can find them on Easter Sunday here at Leda Lanes. Very methodical, very businesslike, Tommy Olszta.
Both bowlers with marks in the 4th frame. Buggea works on a strike. And we have $1,275 in our triple strike jackpot. Wouldn't you like to give that away today?
We did last year in the Tournament of Champions on the final show. $1,300 to Gary Carrington, who not only won the $1,500 first prize, he won $1,300 for that, and another couple $100 in bonus money, a $3,000 payday for Gary Carrington 1 year ago.
Got a note from Chet Bradbury of Keene, New Hampshire, 81 years young. He and his wife Pauline enjoy the bowling show each week. We used to bowl in a league years ago. We have no Candlepin lanes anymore, just 10-pin lanes in that area. He started setting pins in 1935 at Pastime Lanes. The lanes were built in an old mill by a Mr. Mahoney, I think it says, from Brockton. He set pins for 4 years, starting at 1.5 cents a string, 2 lanes at a time. Just imagine 20 to 30 balls a string. He still has the scars to prove it. He got hit by it, I guess. It helped money-wise during the Depression, he says. And thanks to Chet Bradbury of Keene for writing in.
1.5 cents per string, and that's for two lanes.
Yeah.
So that's 3/4 of a cent per lane.
It might have been 3 cents. I'm not sure how.
Okay. What would a string of bowling been back then? Probably a dime, if that.
Oh, that
maybe a nickel.
Maybe less, yeah.
Because when you and I were kids in the '60s, it was you could bowl 3 for $1.
Well, 5 for $1, 6 for $1 at some promotions that they had, as I recall. 6 for $1, I do remember.
Now it's over $3 in many places.
Tommy Olszta with a good pocket shot, puts 9 in the spare,
and is out to an early lead through completed frames.
He'll miss the spare. You know, I absolutely do remember Michael, at Recreation Lanes in Worcester, which was downstairs at on Main Street near the old post office. Promotions that were 6 strings for $1. Did it many times. Have no clue what's in that spot right now, what's in that space in the old Recreation Lanes. It was downstairs next to the old Lowe's Poli Theater downtown.
Would you say there was 20-some bowling centers in the
25 at one time,
Worcester
I think.
area?
Yeah, something like that. We've listed them over the years.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bowling was in its heyday pretty much nationally, 10-pin and Candlepin in the 60s, as I understand it.
Tommy Olszta with a 10-box, 10-pin lead. That leads me to another letter that we got from one of our fans, and it was sent in by, oh, I don't have the name and address here, and I don't have the envelope that it came in. Shucks.
Well, there's another 5-pin that gave Jeff Buggea fits just a moment ago when he had some wood in the way, and again he's got some wood. He's going to have to approach it from the left to avoid hitting the tip of the wood, just like that.
Anyway, unfortunately, I can't recall. I don't have the name of the person who sent in the letter, but the question is, well, she sent in an article that was in the Telegram and Gazette, which we have right here, about Candlepin bowling and its popularity in Worcester over the years. And she asks a question: who was the man who originated Candlepin bowling, and where was it originated? Well, we know the answer to that is Worcester. And in the Candlepin bowling book that I have, it gives credit to 2 people in Worcester. Justin White and John Jack Monzi are credited with creating Candlepin bowling back at the turn of the century.
Yeah, it was actually 1880 as the generally acknowledged age for first Candlepin competitions. So the game's 122 years old now and going strong in some areas and fading in others. We're here to keep it as strong as possible for as long as we can.
A couple of marks for Jeff Buggea. And now Tom Olszta tries to respond. And the wood sets up nicely for him. This is one of those shots, Mike, that you could make.
How many times?
5 out of 10
5
times.
out of 10?
Tom is telling that pin to slow down.
Well, it's moved back now.
Backed up a little bit.
Not as good as it was.
4 out of 10 now. Spare for Tom Olszta.
Speaking of our bowling competition, we'll see the 6th and 7th, or is it 7th and 8th frames of our
7th and 8th, and I think I have
match.
a 2-pin lead over you.
I think that's what it is. It was a very, very close match. We'll have that for you at the start of the 2nd string here.
Olszta right in the pocket. Look at that 8-pin wobble. And again, a piece of wood sets up nicely. Very fluid delivery. That one he bounced it down and got the spare. Both bowlers with double marks. They're both matching marks. Olszta had a mark in the 1st frame. Buggea opened in the 1st frame. Aside from that, they've been matching each other. A mark in the 4th and marks in the 7th and 8th. Jeff Buggea looks for bonus money right here. Missed the head pin. The 1, 7, and 10 with a piece of wood.
Well, you know, he made that last week with wood, actually against the 7th pin. And this is actually a better setup than he had last time when he made it.
Well, you got to send that pin into the 10 and let the ball take the 7. Now he's going the other way around, and there it goes. Will it do? He almost got it the same way. He did get it. Look at that. Wow.
2 weeks in a row.
Watch it again and try to figure out how it happened. Pin comes across. It's going to come all the way across the alley. Does it touch it? It just nudged it, and it fell over slowly. Here it comes. 3 marks in a row for Buggea, $50 in bonus money. Tough shot here, 7 in the spare.
2, 4, 6, and the wood just barely on the lane against the 4-pin.
He tried to slide that 2-pin over and did not grab it. So he's at 123. And that's what it'll be, a 123 first string for Jeff Buggea with $50 in bonus money. And now Tom Olszta looks for his share of the bonus money.
Tom was Rookie of the Year in the WCBC. Actually, he was co-rookie with Ken Werner in the 1975-76 season, which was his first year of WCBC competition.
There you go. We put a half Worcester, quarter Worcester in the mark. We talked about those picks last week and those shots that you see in marks. And how's this one? You get the head pin and then the back row. The 1, the 7, 8, the 9, and the 10. An 8 box.
And we may have some wood.
Right on top of the sweeper.
May need to be cleared. No, it'll be okay. Have to roll the ball down the right gutter.
Tommy's at 111 through 9. Right on the head pin. We talked last week about how you so often see in a mark a chop shot, a spread eagle, a half Worcester, something unusual. And it just seems to always come after a mark. Look at that spare. Tom Olszta with a great shot, played the wood all the way over to the left. And terrific action off the side wall and a spare, and he's at 121, and he needs a 3-pin fill to take the lead. It will be a 6-pin fill and a 127 first string for Tom Olszta to 123 for Jeff Buggea. A 4-pin lead for Olszta. We're headed for the middle string when we come back to Leda Lanes for Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. When Michael and I had our grudge match, when we last left you, I had a 2-pin lead after 6 frames.
Second. Nice shot. You think he has weapons? Yeah. Looks like a weapon. Wait a minute. The French judge want a blood test after this match.
The first mark of the string right there.
Woman. And at 9-pin, ready to get this strike. A strike on a stick. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? That's incredible. What no marks in the match, Nicholas comes up with a stare and then he throws a perfect hammer on the ball. Nice job.
Bart, would the gallery here be upset if I asked for our special weapon to come out right now?
I think they'd be happy to see a special weapon. Your special weapon is coming out right now. And Mike is pulling out his special Peter Flynn weapons. He's going to match the Stacia Zernicke ball with a Peter Flynn ball right here and see if he can match Dick. How do you like that, Dick?
So I would suggest that those balls need to be examined for content, subject to a urinalysis, and weighed so that we know that they're legal.
So there you see I have a 14-pin lead plus a ball when we come back on the strike to finish up the match next week, and we will finish with a blaze of glory. And we're ready to start the second string here at Leda Lanes, and Tom Olszta will be ready to get us started. Tommy with a 4-pin lead over Jeff Buggea.
You know, you're going to be insufferable for the next year if you end up winning this thing.
Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely insufferable.
Yep.
Not that you aren't already.
That's exactly right. Whatever she said, I agree with her. Yeah, here's Tom Olszta. Starting us off in the second string. 127 to 123 in the first string.
Thank you to Peter Flynn.
And
seriously, Dick, who actually had his bowling balls. He lives down in North Carolina. Had his bowling balls sent up to Pilgrim Lanes for me to use, and then I dishonored him.
And I was using Stacia Zernicke's bowling balls, which were loaned to me by her husband, Tony. It was just a great experience. A lot of fun.
It really was.
Only I had more fun than you.
Well, so far through 8 frames you did, that's for sure. Well, that's not a fun spare, the 1, 4, 7, and 10.
Now Tom will be open through the first 2 in the second string. The winner of this match will take on top-seeded Mike Morgan for the T of C championship.
and the $1,500 cash prize that goes with it.
And an 8-box.
Jeff Buggea finding himself down by 4 pins to Tom Olszta after the first string of 3. A nice mixing hit. The 8-pin and some not so friendly wood in front. This is missable, but it's also very makeable. Need to know exactly where to hit that wood. Thought he did. Jeff Buggea from Dracut, Mass. And he's got a 10 to match Tom Olszta's first box 10 as well. This is the 3rd week you've seen Jeff Buggea. He's rolled up triples of 428 and 400. A little under that par right now with a 123 his first game. Now he's got the 4 horsemen on the right side and some wood that is slowly backing away, giving him a clean shot. If it were a little closer, you could actually use that wood to sweep the pins. He'll probably go at it directly.
He went right at it directly and picked the head pin right off of it. Regular viewers to our show know that over the past couple of years, we've had a lot of fun with the Indian name of Webster Lake.
Oh, yes.
And how many letters it has. I forgot however many it has. It has a lot. 50 some odd letters maybe or something like that. And we've gone through the pronunciation of it and the spelling of it. Now comes this, a letter from Winifred DeRocco from Lowell, Massachusetts. From time to time you mentioned the Webster Lake on your show. There was an article in the Lowell Sun once about the lake, so she cut it out and sent it to her friend in England, and the friend wrote back and said they have a word there that has 58 letters in it. And she has it here spelled out, and I ain't going to try to say it.
What is it supposed to be?
It says, it means, it has a definition. It says St. Mary's Church near the Pool of the White Angel, near the Fierce Whirlpool, and St. Cecilios' Church by the Cave, all in one word.
Hey, you just pronounced it. That's what it says.
That's probably what it says. I'm pretty close to it. Love the show. Watch it every week. Winifred DeRocco from Lowell, Massachusetts. Thank you very much.
We love
I'm not going to try to say that.
No. It's great that everybody shares all their little stories and bowling histories with us. You can do it by email, bowling@WNDS.com, as Tom Olszta fires a spare, his first mark of this game. I have some Tommy Olszta emails I need to get to also when we come back from break.
Looking at that 58-letter word, it looks like an eye chart. You know, it's one of those words where the letters just don't look like they go together.
Yeah. How many points would you get for that in Scrabble?
A lot.
You figured it out?
Yeah. Jeff Buggea on lane 34, looking for his first mark of the string.
He has no wood to assist him on the 2, 4, 6, and 10.
And he tried to slide that 2-pin over to the 6 and 10 and was not successful.
I want to remind you of a couple of great websites. If you are a bowling fan, and I know if you're watching the show you are, WCBCProTour.com gives you some of the bios of your favorite Candlepin bowlers. Also features on Bowlers of the Year, Chris Bobear and Joanne Rosano. You can also download an application to possibly bowl with the WCBC next year. It's WCBCProTour.com. Also, CandlepinCorner.com. Dick, I think you'll agree, probably the best Candlepin bowling website going today. Kevin Cormier doing a wonderful job. He does it with humor and very professional.
I've been checking in on that site a lot lately.
Well, you know, I need to check to see what he's writing about us. The famous Mike and Dig hug picture is still on that website.
Nice shot by Jeff Buggea. So both bowlers with marks going to the break. Tight match here in the semifinals of the Tournament of Champions. We're coming right back to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire for WNDS's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Tom Olszta working on a spare. Steps to lane 34 at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Dick Lutz with Mike Morin and our entire WNDS TV crew. Happy to have you with us for Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Olszta bounced it down a little bit and threw it right into the pocket and left the 4-pin standing. Our director today is Kevin LaFond. Olszta with the spare. Looking for some bonus money. On replay, Don Cronin. On graphics, Monica Colby. Dan Feely's working audio. Paul Hunter's on video. And our camera crew of Steve Kenny, Kevin Sheehan, and Steve Gregoire. All here making it possible for you to see Candlepin Stars and Strikes, and shots like that strike by Tom Olszta. 3 marks in a row for Olszta. That's a $50 shot right there.
He barely hit the head pin, Dick.
Just got enough of it.
Great mixing action off the great Tommy Olszta.
Jeff Buggea now tries to respond. Well, you got some wood there that will help him out.
So do you go to the right side?
Right side of the wood out front. He missed the wood. He tried to bang it off.
Well, he's been leading all day no matter who he's been bowling, but he's been behind Tommy Olszta. Now further behind he falls. Another open frame.
56.5 for Jeff Buggea. And he's up against a strike thrown by Olszta in the 6th frame.
Trying to clear a pin out of the right side gutter. Pin jumped out and took out the 10, so he'll get a re-rack. Set himself again as you take a look at the score. Tommy Olszta striking the 6th.
Buggea with his left to right ball surrounding the 7-pin. It's still standing though. And that pin angled a little bit.
You have
I
no
don't think
choice.
it hurts him. I don't think it hurts him.
You need to play the wood here. You run into too much danger of capping it and deflecting it.
He's got the spare, so Jeff Buggea with a good spare in the 6th frame. He needed to mark to match the Tom Olszta strike. Olszta with a strike. He has 3 marks in a row.
Email here from Anthony Peters, just mailing to tell you that I'm a fan of yours. I try to catch your show at least once a week. I used to watch the old Channel 5 show before it was taken off the air. My favorite before is Tommy Olszta. My friend and I were bowling, and one of his marks, he had a 3 fill. The strange thing about it, the pins he knocked down were the 1, 2, and 3, and nothing else.
I don't know
What
that
are
I've
the
ever seen
chances
that
of
one
that, he
before.
says. So a memory of Anthony Peters of Tommy Olszta years and years ago. I wonder if Tommy would remember that. Probably
Olszta.
selectively forgot it.
$25 in additional bonus money for that spare. 4 marks in a row for Tom Olszta on his way to a terrific game.
We've really never seen Tommy Olszta really break out on our show. He's bowled well, but right around his average.
Tom works in sales for Drake's Bakeries out of Worcester. He and his wife Karen with children Kerry, Tom, a stepson Keith. And Tom is the grandfather to Keith's 2 children, one 4 years old and one 2 months. And Tommy with another mark. He is on fire.
I'm sure a lot
5
of
marks in a row.
Dick, a lot of old Tommy Olszta fans who remember him back in the 70s and 80s probably can't believe he's a grandfather now at age 45. Very well composed. You don't see a whole lot of emotion. A little bit of body English, but that's about it.
Jeff Buggea right on the head pin. Puts 6 in the spare. Wood on the deck. Right side of the right wood is where you go with this one, I would think, Michael.
Well, you're the hot shot bowler. I'll defer to you,
I'm
Dick.
not sure where he's going to go with it. No, he went in the middle. No, he didn't. He went the other way. He'll be open in the 7th frame. And he'll take a $9. He's at 81. And Tom Olszta is really taking charge of the match.
Saved a few statistics that you might find interesting over the course of our last season up to the start of the Tournament of Champions. Bowler with the most appearances this year, you saw him just a month ago, Danny Harris. With 4 consecutive weeks, there are 3 bowlers tied at 3 appearances each. The highest roll-off score to qualify for the show, Chris Bovair, with a 717. The lowest score to qualify was Bill Treefel, who got in with a 633. And this year we have given away $15,525 up to the Tournament of Champions, where we add another $3,350. Total prize money for this year will be $18,575 for the bowlers.
Which does not include the bonus money.
No, that's true, and much of that is provided by Leda Lanes. Each week the high bowler, high string, receives an extra $50, and there's some other added money that Ray Simino and his crew have added, and we thank them for that, as do the bowlers, of course.
Tommy Olszta with a 7 in the mark. Look at this shot. He almost made it. Boy, is he on target. He is like radar right now. Just missed it.
One of those rocket kicks that...
Wow. And that piece of wood sticking out almost helped him make that shot. 131 through 9. The run of consecutive marks ends at 5. Bounced that one down, missed the head pin. 4 horsemen right side, 7-pin left corner. No wood to help out. Almost made it. Look at that. Picked off the 4 horsemen and left the 7-pin.
And what's amazing is he almost left the 710 after hitting the head pin on that.
He's at 140. 140 is where it is for Tom Olszta in the 2nd string. 2-string total 267. And now Jeff Buggea has some work to do. He would dearly love to close with a couple of marks. Olszta was open in the 9th and 10th. Buggea, there's 1 strike.
Well, Jeff's lowest score through the last couple of weeks has been a 122. He's had 2 games over 150, a 147. Actually, I take that back. He had 111 last week, but still a 400 triple.
Buggea works on a strike. Will the 5-pin go? It does.
It fell the wrong way for him.
But the 2-pin still stands, frozen to that piece of wood next to it.
Had it fallen the other way, it would have probably been another strike, and then he'd be sitting here wondering, can he make, what is it,
1275.
1275 in the triple strike jackpot.
2 marks in a row for Buggea. He finishes the string strongly. So he will be within sight of Tom Olszta going to the 3rd string. Could have been disastrous, but it will be manageable. Buggea on the head pin. It will be a 6-pin fill in the spare. It'll be a 121 for Jeff Buggea and a 23-pin lead for Tom Olszta heading to the 3rd string. Here we go. Hold on to your seats. We're headed down the home stretch. It's Olszta and Buggea when we come back to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire for the Tournament of Champions semifinal round on WNDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Here's Jeff Buggea ready to start the 3rd string. We've got a discrepancy in the score, do we?
By 1 pin.
Yeah, I see it.
We shorted Jeff Buggea by 1 pin.
Don't know how we did that.
May have been operator error. So whatever you see, Jeff, here, we're just adding 1 pin instead of resetting the whole computer at this point, now that we're underway. The eagle-eyed fans in the stands caught that error. We thank them for that.
Eight box for Jeff Buggea to start out.
This time the 3 and the 6 with no wood to get in the way. He's got a nice direct shot.
That's a nice shot for Jeff Buggea.
Dick, we have some more Tom Olszta email here that I've been saving to share. It's wonderful to have Tom Olszta on TV again. Many years ago on Channel 5, he accomplished what I believe is the most amazing feat in Candlepin history.
Here's Tom Olszta, first ball right there, a 9-pin drop.
It says here, with 1 check to go, he needed 29 pins to tie a very good bowler whose name escapes me. 29 is a double strike with a 9 fill. Amazingly, Tom rolled 3 strikes in a row and won by a pin.
That is amazing.
How many of us can claim 3 strikes in a row? I never managed it, but to do it when you have to is unbelievable. That's Bill Bingham, writes us from Lunenburg, Mass. Thanks for sharing that Tommy Olszta story.
That really is something.
Needing a triple strike to win and doing it.
Olszta works on a spare, busts up the split, puts 9 in the spare. And another spare for Tom Olszta.
Tommy's young grandson, who's 4 years old, who is here today watching his grandpa bowl, watches all the old tapes of Tommy's TV appearances over and over and over again. Most kids, watch, Disney movies. This kid's watching Grandpa Bowl on TV and knows all the lingo of the game.
Jeff Buggea in the spare for an 8.
It's the 2 and the 7. You can put the ball between them, or you can shoot it from the outside.
He tried to put it between them and didn't get.
And when you split the difference, you don't make it.
Didn't get the ball far enough to the outside of the pin. And that'll be a 10 box for Jeff Buggea.
As you look at the score, I call to your attention the second string for Jeff Buggea should have been 122. We accidentally gave him 121.
We'll correct it during the break.
You'll have a one more pin for Jeff Buggea than actually shows in the game total so far.
Buggea in the pocket. Will it go? Yes, it will. Strike for Jeff Buggea, his second mark of the string. Tom Olszta is working on back-to-back marks. Watch it again. That ball hit the head pin, really tailing away from the pocket. Olszta looks for 3 marks in a row. That 6 pin moved a little bit out of place, off spot. Got the 3, 6, 10.
He was happy to see the 8 pin go, but not to see that 1 piece of wood go up against the 6 pin.
And he'll take the spare. 3 marks in a row for Tom Olszta,
who hopes to climb into the final match next week for all the money against Mike Morgan. He's our top seed this year in the Tournament of Champions. He had a 410 triple back in his ladder series. $1,500 first prize, $600 to the runner-up next week.
Olszta right in the pocket. There it is. Oh, the 10 pin. Those pins went flying by the 10 pin. How did they not touch it? Unbelievable. Four marks in a row for Olszta to start the third string with an exclamation point as we go to the break. Tom Olszta in the lead. The semifinal match in this Tournament of Championship continues when we return to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire on WMDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. All right, Jeff Buggea on lane 34. He trails Tom Olszta by 41 pins. Both bowlers are working on marks. Buggea in the pocket. Ah, great shot, and look what's still standing. The 4 pin, everything went around it. And the 4 pin still stands, working on a strike, so he still can put a mark in the mark if he converts here. And he will, right on top of it. Great spare making by Jeff Buggea. Those single pins are not as easy as they look, I promise. Buggea right in the pocket, and look at this. Jeff doesn't believe it. Jeff does not believe it.
The 8-10 split and no wood to help him out. Not an impossible shot, but a 1 in 100.
And he threw a great first ball right in the pocket.
Well, he was hoping to bank it off the left side, cut it thin, hit it, and come back, take out the 10 pin.
So he will be open.
When he can least afford to be.
And a 9 box. Tom Olszta with 4 marks in a row.
Four spares with marks fills of 9, 7, and 9.
Oh, there's your deuce. There it is, right in the spare.
Rearing its ugly head.
It's predictable, isn't it?
It is. Even for the greatest bowlers, it happens to them too. Well, that'll pretty much even up this game through completed frames, oddly enough.
8 box for Tom Olszta.
Again, keep in mind, Jeff Buggea has 1 more pin than is indicated on our scorecard. He had a 122 second string, not 121. The bowlers are aware of the discrepancy. And you are too now.
Olszta right in the pocket in the 7-10. It's funny that Jeff Buggea just had the 8-10, and now he's got the 7-10. But he's got a piece of wood there,
Yeah.
which certainly alters the equation a little bit.
It does.
I think it's right there.
The angle is not as good as you think it is.
No, you have to hit it to make it work. So he'll be open in the 6th frame.
Tie match.
9 box. Tie string. It is a 22-pin lead for Tom Olszta with 4 boxes remaining. It says 23 there, but it's 22, remember. We're 1 pin off in our electronic scoreboard. Here's Buggea through a good shot. If you're thinking of where to go for lunch today, let me suggest the Grand Buffet right next door to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, open every day. Lunch buffet Monday through Saturday, all-day dinner buffet on Sunday, dinner every night. Many different varieties of food, something to your liking, I am sure, something for everyone, and plenty of it. It's the Grand Buffet right next door to Leda Lanes on Amherst Street in Nashua. If you're coming from the south, it's exit 7W. If you're coming from the Manchester area, exit 8. A lot of people from Leda Lanes come to our tapings and join us for lunch at the Grand Buffet. We hope you do too. Buggea right in the pocket. The 7-pin still stands. Boy, oh boy, these guys are having a tough time making strikes with great first balls. Now he's got a little margin for error here with a couple of pieces of wood, and he's going to make the spare. But he's running out of frames. Olszta can just about seal the match with a couple of marks here. Look at that. Another great first ball. 9-pin drop. 6-pin still stands. 6-pin still stands. That hurts.
Look of disgust on Tom Olszta's face as he just barely missed it to the right.
10 box.
And still tied in this game.
That keeps Buggea alive
Well,
for
it
the
does.
moment.
And Jeff is working on a spare, and Tom Olszta is yet to bowl in the 8th frame.
And he's got
And
a
look
tough
at
one
this.
here.
So this match could be a little closer than we thought it would be. This is the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 10 with a couple of pieces of wood over there, kind of between the 5 and the 6. Not great wood, but better than no wood at all on this particular shot.
And look at that shot by Tom Olszta. Great spare by Tommy.
22-pin match.
Here's a shot, and the wood goes spraying. Robert Walsh from Fitchburg writes in, he notices, watching the show week after week, that there are some people who are here all the time, fans.
You and me?
And they wear badges. Are they officials, or are they just fans? They're just fans who wear name tags to identify themselves to other fans in the crowd. There are several who do, who come and wear name tags at each of our tapings.
Yep.
They've been doing it for years.
Arthur and Bill and
Yep.
Sonny and
Harold and all. There's just so many of them, yeah. And no, they are not officials, but they're official fans. Buggea, will he make it? He gave it a great shot, didn't he?
That's a shame.
$10 for Jeff Buggea, and that's just, he needed to make that spare.
Runner-up today is $450 plus whatever bonus money.
Jeff has $50 in bonus money thus far.
But will not win the high string of the day. That'll go to Tommy Olszta, who's got 140. Jeff can't, well, double strike, he could do it.
Will it go? We have had so many almost strikes in this string. This is the 9-pin drop by Buggea. The 5-pin is still standing. And the 5-pin is still standing. And that will do it. Tom Olszta will advance to take on Mike Morgan. Should be one spectacular championship match.
Clash of the Titans for sure.
Buggea 127, 3-string total 371. Tommy Olszta already has 370.
Actually 372 because of our one-pin scoring error.
Sure.
It makes no difference in this particular case. Tommy Olszta is going to go right ahead and blow right by him now with that drop of 8 pins in his spare. Puts him at 378 now, plus add another 8. Good shot at 400.
Missed the spare. $9 for 120. Tom just rolling out the string here and getting ready for next week. And Tom Olszta and Mike Morgan. Got to believe they've met a couple of times along the way.
Sure they have. Now there is the perfect position for Wood and the 8-10.
See if he can close it out with a spectacular shot. There it is.
Of course. Was there any doubt?
130 plus a ball for Tommy Olszta.
3 pins to get 400. Shouldn't be a problem unless the nasty half Worcester makes another appearance.
It could.
Don't want to jinx him, but it happens. Not
it's
this
not
time.
going to. It's going to be a 9-pin fill and a 139 for Tom Olszta. A 406 to Jeff Buggea's 372. Olszta advances to the championship match against Mike Morgan next week. We're coming back to meet our bowlers when we return to Leda Lanes for the conclusion of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. In the interest of time, we're going to go right to the bonus ball contest with Tom Olszta, the winner this afternoon, 406 to 372 over Jeff Buggea. Jeff Buggea gets $450 for his efforts plus $50 in bonus money. And Tommy Olszta knocked down how many pins? I didn't see. It's an 8. Mike Moran reaches into the bin to pull out a number, and it is 5. It's not a match. This is Yvette Martineau of Lowell, Massachusetts. Consolation prize from N&R Trophies in Winchendon, Massachusetts. It sets up next week's championship match with Mike Morgan.
Top seed Mike Morgan and Tommy Olszta, Clash of the Titans. Don't miss it. We wrap it all up next Sunday.
For Mike Moran and our entire crew, I'm Dick Lutz. Thanks for watching, everybody. From Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, it's Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. And remember,